Hello ladies and gentlemen, Fred and Stack here, and welcome back to the Targaryen Dynasty for Crusader Kings 2, A Game of Thrones. Starting at the single player menu, of course. But yes, there's a bit of things have changed since I have last recorded. Taking a few comments and suggestions from the various people. One comment in particular, made by Azrael Asimov. He pointed out about, and I've had a few people point out how a pain in the ass it is for Beyond the Wall to play Beyond the Wall, and I absolutely agree. And he said, when I play Beyond the Wall, I do start using Event 950, Hand of the King ID, in brackets, on every Beyond the Wall province. Makes the region not such a grind to hold, as it is the only non-nomadic region without any castle buildings. Use the command after the upgrade, the hold interaction to get a basic keep. Okay. Okay, thanks. I said, okay, thanks. We'll look into the next episode, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing today. Although it does suggest I need to actually upgrade the settlements first, so that probably something I'll do. I don't know if I'll do that in straight away, but potentially, because we have a dragon, I'm not too bothered about it, and because we have an army, now I'll go for that in a second. But because we have an army and a dragon, I'm not too worried about building up the wildling settlements just yet. Maybe, possibly, I might do a bit of cheating just before we give all the settlements off to various regions, because I'm pretty sure we can only give these regions to we can only upgrade them if they're held by us. So I may possibly why is it to? No idea. I may possibly do like give whoever I give the actual place to upgrade the Winterkeep and Fort Top and make those badass. Of course, I'd like to give more control of this, but we'll see really who we give it to. But excuse me, sorry, my dinner. Ugh. So I've decided to crown myself King Beyond the Wall and give myself the kingdom title of Westeros, as well as the lordship, the claims to my lands and stuff like that. I gave that to me as well. We should really have one, the crown lands. Did we not give myself one? I thought I had one. Did I not have a claim on the crown lands? I thought I did. Let's just see Starks. Oh, we can get Benjen to come to our A's. Age. That might work, so I could give him the kingdom of that. But I don't know what I might. What I'm going to do actually is give myself a claim on that. Because that is the claim on. That's the crown lands. Let's see if I've already got it here. That's the crown lands, like Lord Paramountcy, which I may or may not keep for myself. I may destroy it, but I don't know. Right, let's give myself the claim on this. Not the Iron Throne. I've already got the Iron Throne, which I have give my own little rename thing, and I'll talk a bit about that in just 1 second once I've done this. Yep, and obviously that is the Jure Crownlands thing, as you can see there. Which will work hardly to try and get that back under our domain, if possible. I'm titled King Beyond the Wall, leader of the Free Folk, and their mightiest champion. Becomes known as the founder of Bloodline. Given the following effects: Free Folk opinion +5, martial 1, and prestige +25, or plus 0.25. Let the schools and elders speak my name to the end of days. It'd be cool to actually do an actual wildling run without any dragons and stuff like that, just like a normal wildling house, and just try and maybe like a deserter from the Night's Watch. Could even be Jon Stark. Could even be Jon Snow. Just play as Jon Snow, and then try and take over the wildling lands with Merita Ygritte and stuff like that. That could be cool. But by this, our goal is to take over the Beyond the Wall, and then go after the various kingdoms of Westeros, and eventually unite them into one big kingdom. That's the eventual goal. Even though Dawn itself wasn't really part of us, but we'll still take that as well, because while we're at it, we'll take it all. But yeah, after the battles that we recently had at Winterkeep and Fort Top, in those battles, I like to imagine that it wasn't really our 24 guys, or 20 or so, however many it was. It was mainly Dragon Riders that we had, was basically carrying the day. Silverwing, my own dragon, basically carrying the day, I'd imagine. Cannibal, also. Aegon's dragon carrying the way forward. Obviously not Sheepstealer, because that dragon's not with us. Where's the other dragons that were with us? Cyrex's ones. Firestorm probably, even though I imagine Firestorm, Moonshadow, and Morning aren't particularly the best of dragons. They're not really doing a whole lot, I don't think. I still think they're still around and helping out. I still think Morning, Moonshadow, and Firestorm, despite being young dragons, can still fly around and burn people now and again. But obviously they aren't quite as formidable as Cannibal and Silverwing. No, they are the two leading dragons of this conflict. And after the wildling people in this area seeing these dragons makes people think, okay, let's bend the knee to this guy. This guy has a dragon. Let's bend the knee. These wildlings are probably familiar with, obviously they are familiar with giants. May or may not have seen the odd other from time to time, but I don't think in this time period they would have seen the others. Not yet. Obviously they're familiar with giants, probably shadow cats and all sorts of bears, but none of those wildlings have ever seen a dragon. And I can only assume that the wildling people are very hardy and strong folk, but against a dragon, they're very much certain to bend the knee and not really put up much of a fight. Obviously they would if they'd been at war with us, but I think in future going forward, the wildlings would have certainly bent the knee fairly soon, and I think definitely would have crowned Aerion as king of Beyond the Wall. It just makes sense to me that they would do that. And also, while we're at it as crowning ourselves king, it only makes sense to now declare ourselves as king Aerion the Dragon Knight, not just the Wildling lands, but of Westeros. Similar to Aegon the Conqueror, he sends a message out to all lords of Westeros. Well, not lords, kings of Westeros. Well, actually, no, lords of Westeros. He did do that, Aegon. He did send it out, and he sent it out to the other wildlings as well, declaring there shall only be one king of Westeros, and his name is Aerion Targaryen. And or maybe he would have said, and there's just one Targaryen. Oh no, that's stupid. No, I think he would have been certain of saying Aerion Targaryen is the one true king of Westeros. Bend the knee or be destroyed, basically. That message would have gone to the king in the north, who isn't too keen on us anyway, so I don't think the king in the north is trying to kill the Targaryen line anyway. So yeah, Nettles as well, who isn't really getting along with. Oh no, she does like him actually. Yeah, so, and she has a dragon of course, and she was leading, she's commander of the north. So if we ever go to them, we may possibly run into her at some point. Likely the Lord Commander saw that, the King of the Iron Isles saw it, the King of the Trident, King of Harrenhal, King of the Narrow Sea, Prince Alan. Yeah, the Lord Paramount of the West saw it, the King of the Rock, King of the Reach, King of Stormlands, and the Princess of Dawn. And probably other, I think he probably would have sent it to many just lords in Westeros. I don't think he would have sent it to anyone beyond, in Essos, so I don't think he's too bothered. We do have a bit of a score to settle with the three daughters, though. And probably, I'd like to ideally take over the Step Zones and give that to the Venatus people, maybe my own sort of cadet Targaryen branch later down the line. I think that'd be cool. I can't want to do I can't want to split up the three daughters just because it makes sense. The three daughters were a pain in the ass for Westeros. I did support Aegon during the Dance of Dragons, but I do think the Targaryens have a bit of a score to settle with them. So after all that went off, the Targaryens, Aerion was proclaimed king. I like to think it's similar to, not quite similar, because obviously Aerion isn't exactly like Viserys, who had one eye, could hardly walk. But I like to think Aegon was the one who crowned Aerion as king of Westeros. Where is Aegon anyway? There it is. He's become a bit fat in his later years, but there you go. Whatever. The honour of Kingsguard isn't particularly great. But yeah, maybe at some point I might give Aegon possibly Dragonstone, just because why? Obviously because of the Dance of Dragon shenanigans, we'll probably be sticking with the agnatic succession. I like to try and make some role-playing rules. I don't want to make too many decisions that I want to make. I want to try and make decisions based upon my characters. Obviously, the main decision of reconquering Westeros is, well, one we will certainly see throughout this series. That's definitely happening. Even if I die, I'm going to make sure Jaharis does it. Even if I have to, like, get a dragon again, I'm going to see it done. The Targaryens will rule over Westeros once more. I will see it done. But yeah, I won't like change succession. I'm doing the medium realm authority because obviously Aerion wants to strengthen his rule upon upon Westeros. So making sense doing that now is probably the best thing to do. Early on is better because otherwise, if he does it when he have lords and stuff voting against it and things like that. So doing it now is the best, especially where most of our supporters are all in favour of House Targaryen's rule. For the time being, slavery would be sticking with illegal. Realm inheritance will go illegal for now. It's probably easier. Otherwise, we get ridiculous borders. First Night is illegal. That's not going to be undone, I don't think, because that was set up by Alysanne and Jaehaerys long before us. The council will leave. Everything else is set by myself, so I don't think we'd abolish the council rule unless we have a particular reason to do so. But we could do that already, because everyone's pretty much in support of that. So we'll stick with agnatic until... Unless there's a certain reason as to why we wouldn't, but I don't see that. I don't see a reason for us to go to let females rule, especially after the last conflict that caused so much trouble. The Beyond the Wall. Yeah, I think I'll go for that as medium as well. While we're at it. In terms of Hand of the King, so I've set up King's Guard, I've got a load of shit off camera, and I'm going to go through it all today. So the Hand of the King right now is Jon Mudd, which ideally I'd like to give him the Riverlands to. Hopefully he pops out a few more kids. I've got him married, betrothed to my niece. Hopefully Jon Mudd puts out a few more kids, and hopefully the Mudd line will carry. Oh no, his wife's dead. No, he's in the Holy Order as well, so he can't marry. Okay, so the entire Mudd line is now up to this guy. So let's hope they succeed. But it makes sense. He's Hand of the King, my friend. He's been with us for a while, so it makes sense for him to join us as Hand of the King. Master of Laws is Julian Wormwoods. I've got my... Yeah, he's betrothed to my daughter, matrilineal. So technically, if we were to give them titles, we'd inherit it. But the Wormwoods have been lord for us for a little while. He did give me a claim on the settlement, didn't he? Was it? No, or was it somewhere else? No, he did give me a claim, didn't he, I think he gave me a claim on something I took. My Master at Arms, my wife, she's badass. Formidable fighter, brilliant commander. It makes sense that she'd be the Master at Arms. And plus, I don't really want her to be leading armies with the chance of her dying, because that would suck. Master of Coins is Lord and Moors of Hardhome. We have now named him the High Lordship of Hardhome. He's got Night Valleys, First Forest, which is still ruled by that guy. But I think Moors will probably rein in Lord Tick a bit more and probably raise the kid, I imagine. His heir is actually this guy for some reason, which is odd, but he is R'hllor, so, you know, that's fine. Oh yeah, I named his son to the King's Guard. But the actual heir is going to be called Heart Whisperer, which doesn't look great because his wife is screwing other people, and also she has cancer, so I don't know how long she's going to be around for. But the Heart Whisperers, I don't know if I'll give them like lands and titles, but we'll see. I might even give this guy possibly Winter Keep once I've conquered more titles. We'll see, really. See where that goes. But he's High Lordship. We've got White Tree, which is ruled by Lord Gavin of the Warrior Main House, I've never heard before. Forktop is directly controlled by us. Master of Whisperers is Johanna the Black Swan, who... Very good intrigue and very... Well, she's married to Lord of the West, which I don't know why. I think... Oh. That marriage, I'm pretty sure, is just so she doesn't have to marry anyone else. I'm pretty sure that's the whole thing. She is in love with the Wormwood dude. Which could cause some trouble. Oh, take this off, hang on. That could possibly cause some trouble, but... You know, it makes the game interesting, I think. Hanamor, a High Priest? No, maybe that's the title for Maester, I suppose. Our matriarch is, which is basically priest, is Tyriana, which is the R'hllor woman that resurrected Aegon, I'm pretty sure. Was it Aegon? No, I think it was Aerion that resurrected Aegon. Yeah, and then Aerion, obviously, he's got a good thing going with Tyriana. Who knows, maybe Aerion might even sleep with her because he is kind of lustful, so makes sense. You know, who knows? But then again, he does love his wife, and he was screwing Rhaena, but that sort of that fizzled out. I assume Lysara gave him a stern talking to. but it's not really much. You can't really give Aeryn the Dragon Knight, who with 205 personal combat skill, a strong talking to, can you really? Doesn't really work. Minor titles, she's the designated regent. I always like going through this. It's just nice to see the council and who's in charge of what position, and it's always cool to see the ins and outs of the kingdom and all that. Court Dwarfist Mushroom, who's still with us. I'm praying that is show up in House of Dragon. And also, just to give you a gist of where we are in House of Dragon, Episode 8 is... Well, I've seen Episode 8. Episode 9 is... Well, will eventually be next week's episode. So, I'm looking forward to that. House of Dragon, again, fantastic. It's just brilliant. It's just such a great series. I think even now it's starting to top House of Game of Thrones, really. I didn't realise it gave a little title. Of course it does, yeah. Dwarves are objects of fascination and curiosity. That gives us a opinion and... Oh, persuade, cool. Keeper of the Swans is my wife. My brother-in-law, who is really badass. I was going to name him the King's Guard, but unfortunately he's married. And I might have I might give the Regers their own little lands and titles. Ideally, I'd like to give out some titles and lordships to the lords that have been with me for a while. Prince Viserys is the High Almoner. Master of the Hunt. Holding out of arms was Regent of Severance. Okay, that's cool. Cupbearer is Aegon. So I can't really imagine Aegon going around pouring everyone's drinks, but yeah. But I think he's more keep an eye on checking that the drinks are not poison. Yeah. Court tutors Lucas Lawson, one of our King's Guard. There's been a bit of a change to the King's Guard, where some people that have been with us for a while have also married, and have also been named to the King's Guard as in addition to being married. And that's just one of the changes that's going. That's not something that's going to stay. That's going to go forward with the King's Guard. But when I was setting it up, I kind of just wanted to name some King's Guard people to it, regardless if they were married or not. But in future, that will be going forward. That won't be a thing. King's Justice is Lord Commander Giles, the King's Guard. Makes sense, really. For some reason, it shows up as him being down there, but should be in the north with us. Giles Belgrave is the guy that is with us. He's one of the King's Guard that was with us. And also, I think Aegon is the Dragonstone dude. I think Rhaena's got a kid to one of them. Yeah, Marston's also been with us for a while. Very loyal to protecting the Baylor. I wonder why. He's also rivals with that guy, which might cause some trouble in court, but there you go. Commanders, we've got Prince Viserys. I want all my Dragon Riders in the battle now. I want them... The Targaryens won't sit back and let Aeryn do all the work, or Aegon. They want to come and help as well. So Viserys is with us as well. Rhaelon Rivers, Marino Palehair is with us as well. We've got Rhaelon Rivers, one of the Bracken bastards. Lucas Lofton is with us as a commander. Princess Baylor, Princess Rhaena, Aegon the Undying, and Owen, one of the Wildling generals that's been with us for a while. Also one of the commanders. And we've got an advisor, our Lord Commander, and Garwin, one of the vassals, also an advisor. Most people, you can see, are pretty much keen on the voting, so that's good. That's why I want these votes now, because otherwise we won't get a chance. Going through a few things. There's one thing It used to be able to show where the special characters, like if you were to select a special character, but now you can't, which sucks. It's not possible. Why is the music turned off? Let's put that back on. There you go. Right. Oh yes, there was a moment that was with us. There it is. Andrew Mormont, who got sent to the Night's Watch, which I thought was strange, because, like, he was in line to the Bear Island, but I don't know. Maybe in my little lore, I like to think he was pushed out of. His sister tried. I think it was Harren Locke tried to get control of him. No, again, he's at the new gift. Why? Whatever. I like to think maybe he was pushed out and forced to join the Night's Watch to get away from possibly being killed, or maybe Theon disowned him at the last minute, or maybe he killed his father and then fled in shame. But when we were attacking Night's Watch, I'll get into that conflict later on, but when we were attacking the wall, Mormont led out a few deserters and joined us. So that's why he's here. Maybe we'll give his titles and lands back later down the line, we'll see. There's a few new guys that joined us. I can't remember who they were. I'll see them in a second. There's a few Valyrian guys with us. Can't remember if anyone else isn't in the Kingsguard. Crow? No, he was with us, wasn't he? Or was he? No, I think Crow showed up randomly, didn't they? Yeah, because he's not R'hllor. No, I think that's it. I don't think there's anyone. This is Bracken. He's been with us for a while, so I can tell he's got that one. Justin Aaron. Oh yeah, I was gonna name the King's Guard, but then he refused, which is annoying. But he's around as a Septon, so I don't think he can hold any titles and lands. Yeah, he can't. But he's there. Septon Justin Aaron, who was I think he was at the wall actually, wasn't he? Yeah, he was at the wall, and now he just came. He was with Mormont and went with us as well. Not willing to die for the wall. He knew that Aaron had a dragon, so fighting him was just folly. Unlike the other Night's Watch guys who are intent on fighting us. And I think that's it, really. Yeah, that's it. I don't think has there been changes? Jaharis is still epic. Visenya is still betrothed to that guy. They're still married to each other. Baela's had 2 bastards. One's been married to John Mudd, and that one's married to Vassar. Or Vassar, I think. She's had 2 kids, Vaemon and Sylara. Makora's the... Yeah, I'll probably give him some titles at some point. Aegon was, of course, dead. Viserys still hasn't had a kid yet, so hopefully he'll pop one out at some point. He's got a claim on the steps. Oh, it might be through Daemon. Maybe we'll give Viserys the stepstones. Oh, I've gone too far. Viserys, again, amazing ending to Viserys in that episode. Aegon is still around. He's got his daughter Jaharis, married to Lord of the West. Viserys, his other son, probably named after his father. Actually, I think I named him, didn't I? Rhaena, Aemond after his deceased brother and maybe cousin. So Aemond Rivers is now in the King's Guard, and I'll go for the King's Guard in a bit, but he's in the King's Guard. Daeron, who has now been confirmed to be at Old Town with his Hightower family. Oh, spoilers, don't look at that. Don't look at that. It's interesting how the Targaryen line corrected itself. Because a lot of people think Daemon and Rhaenyra should just married and that would have just solved a lot of trouble. And I agree, it certainly would have. And eventually it did. Because eventually Aegon would have become the eventual king on the Iron Throne. He didn't, but he would have done. And then Aegon would have had Daeron, the young dragon. And then Baelor the Blessed. Viserys would have come along. He would have had Aegon the Fourth. That would have been a great rulership, and that caused a lot of shit. Blackfire Rebellion. Then you had Daeron the Good, you had Maekar, you had Aegon the Fifth, the Unlikely, who blew up Summerhall. Nice one. You had Jaharis the Second. Yeah, Jaharis the Second. Aerys the Mad King, and, well, I guess Daenerys. Yeah, that's Target. Why do I know that off by heart? I don't know why. A shame I can't study, I can't do I can't do a degree in Game of Thrones, isn't it, really? But yeah, it corrected itself in the way. It killed off the bastards, and killed off Viserys' kids. Aemon Rivers did live on for a while, but he got killed in the Harrenhal. There were some issues at Harrenhal that eventually got Aemon Rivers killed. But yeah. That was strange. Why does this sound... No, it's electro. I was going to say that sounded really weird. But yeah. Right. Enough rambling. 24 minutes is gone. Oh my god. I'll make it a bit longer just to make up for that. But yeah. Also, one thing we have done to get ourselves some mercenaries and some men. Because in my mind, R'hllor is... If we're like the Lord of Light, or the Chosen One, I suppose. And we've also got a knight as well. When we were named as king, we were also granted the knight. We were named... Was it Aegon that... Was it in my lore that Aegon knighted us, I think? Yeah, I think Aegon knighted us as well, yeah, because he's got a knight trait, so it makes sense it was him. So Aegon knighted us, and also the R'hllor guys should be helping us. So it makes sense that they were giving us men. And so, of course, we have now got the Fiery Hand as joined us, which basically have 6,840 heavy infantry. Monthly cost is nothing because there are vassals. I basically gave myself the the actual thing itself, which will, on succession, will apparently go to Viserys. So maybe I might possibly give that as like a... I can't seem to give it to anyone now. Yeah, so I don't have the option to give it to anyone at all, I don't think. Unless it's... Nope. I have no option to give it to anyone at all. So that I might keep for myself, or maybe it might drop to go to Viserys, apparently. I don't know why. But we'll see what happens there. But for right now, the Fiery Hand is now a vassal of the Iron Throne. And that is how they shall stay. And also gives us a nice little army as well. We have now called ourselves because Aegon is the dragon. He is basically the beast at the moment. He is the savior of House Targaryen, the one keeping the family going. It makes sense that he was proclaimed the Dragon Knight. And Viserys greatly approved of the title. Viserys, I imagine, looks up to his older brother. So it makes sense. Unlike Rhaena, who likes to sleep with her older brother. But yeah, Dragon Knight makes sense. We do have, like, eventually you have, what's his name? You got Aegon the Fourth's brother. Is it Aemon the Dragon Knight? Or was it Aemon the Dragon Knight? Aemon, that's it. Aemon the Dragon Knight, who is the Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, in an alternate timeline, which won't happen here. But yeah, I gave myself the title Dragon Knight. I wasn't going to call myself the Conqueror, because I felt as if I feel as if Aerion is well aware of Aegon the Conqueror and didn't want to steal from him or anything. So, yeah. I've also gone through and given myself... Well, we are now the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros. I couldn't change the actual Seven Kingdoms bit if I wanted to. We can take that bit off if we want. So what I'll do is I'll just put this on. So it makes it just Westeros. Because we're not really the Seven Kingdoms, because we're going to take over the Wall. And loads of the Iron Islands, the Riverlands, the Vale, the North, the Three Sisters, all the other different various kingdoms. So calling us the kingdoms didn't really make sense. As we don't control the Iron Throne, it makes sense that we call ourselves just Westeros for the time being. I might stick with Westeros, not the Iron Throne. I might just go Westeros. That's fine. I think the Iron Throne makes it a bit too complicated, really. I've gone through and given a few nicknames to a few characters. Aegon's already got Undying, which I'll let him keep that, I think. Yeah, we'll let Aegon keep the Undying, I think. I'll probably give Aegon some titles at some point. Aenys, I gave the Weak, because he died of a poor physique. He wasn't really a notable king. He didn't really do a lot apart from lead to Maegor the Cruel getting power. And that caused a lot of shit. Got his son killed, got his other son killed, well, she died that long ago. But the only ones that survived was Rhaena, Jaehaerys, and Alicent. So, and the thing is, wife lived on a bit longer, who eventually died in childbirth, so that didn't help. But he was a bit weak and didn't really do a lot. He was loved by his children and a loving father to his children, of course. But sadly, he wasn't really the best king, so calling the Weak makes sense, really. Why do we have the Blackfire host? No idea. Ignore that. Now these nicknames as titles that in my mind are being given by the Maesters. The Maesters, of course, write the history of Westeros and whatnot. So it made some sense giving the Maesters, like the Maesters were the ones to call who becomes what, and Aeryn's already proclaimed the Dragon Knight, so the Maesters will carry that on, especially when he becomes king. And then we have Viserys the Conciliator, which makes sense. He was very much a person that tried to bring the people together, try and bring his family together. In the last episode of House of Dragon, episode 8, it nearly worked. If it wasn't for that stupid bambling stuff he said before he died, which made Alicent think that Aegon was the rightful king, and that he changed his mind. Where it caused so much trouble, and you're gonna see why later on. But yeah, but Viserys was definitely a conciliator. That's perfect. Jaehaerys is already old. I think Jaehaerys should be the great, really, but I mean, he was a great king, but I think the old makes sense, really, because he's the oldest king. Maybe later down the line, if we get a king that's actually older than Jaehaerys, I might give him the title of old. And then maybe rename Jaehaerys to the Good, or the Great, or the Wise, or something like that. Aegon the Conqueror, naturally. Maegor the Cruel, naturally, that makes sense. And the Undying, of course, to Aegon. Not that Aegon will be Aegon will be the first king in royal history to have abdicated, to basically sort of, in historical records, abdicated the throne to his cousin, and not and live on as not really the king, unless of course something disaster happens where Aerion dies, Jaehaerys dies, Viserys then dies, and then Aegon gets on the throne again. But who knows what happened there? If that happens, that would suck. But it would be certainly something out of Game of Thrones, though, wouldn't it? Right. Enough rambling. Oh no, Kingsguard, Kingsguard. No, I'm not quite finished yet. Sorry. We've requested Coronation. That's going to happen some point soon. Oh no, it won't, will it? Because I'm going to be... No, I know it will. I think. Yeah, it might be like one of those battlefield coronations, which actually makes sense. Because Aeron's busy at war, fighting his enemies. Like, he's not got time to have a grand coronation ceremony, especially in the Winter Keep, which doesn't really look grand or hard home. They're not grand. I doubt they probably have nice big halls, long houses and stuff like that, but they're nothing grand. So it makes sense for Aeron. I feel like Aeron should be crowned like in the snow, in the winter, in the forest, winter forest, like under a heart tree. That'd be perfect. That's my headcanon anyway. That is my headcanon. That's how Aegon's gonna be crowned. White Book, yeah. Kingsguard. So, a Lord Commander, Giles Belgrave, is the Lord Commander. He's also of a noble house. He's been with us for a while. He's been loyal as shit. So it makes absolute sense for him to be Lord Commander. Didn't really want to give it to, even though Marston, where is he? Marston is quite loyal. Marston is a bastard. He isn't the best fighter in the world. He also did kind of screw Baelor, which probably didn't look good. The Targaryens weren't all that happy about that. He was also a bastard and is of a lowborn house as well. Whoever that is, I don't know. He had 2 kids. Oh, Tom Tanglebeard. I was related to them. No, he died from too much drinking. Didn't notice that. Okay. But yeah. He's not really of a noble house, so I didn't really want to give him Lord Commander. But he's still loyal. He's still in charge of protecting Aegon. So, other people that joined. Corwin Corbray, who was at the... Well, he actually wasn't at Night's Watch, but in my canon, I'm going to say he was. He was also went off with Mormont and what's his name? Was it Aaron? But out of those 3, Corwin was more interesting in becoming a Knight's Lord Commander, Kingsguard. That's what I was trying to say there. He was interested in becoming a Kingsguard. Doesn't quite like us that much, maybe because we're a different religion and whatnot. Ruthless and lack of funds, even though the lack of funds has just gone away. We've also been funded quite heavily now by the Roger Bank and the Lease and Volantis, so it makes sense. We're going to get makes sense. I gave myself a bit more money, made a bit more sense. Corman Gorbray is with us. He also comes with his Lady Forlorn sword as well. So he's now with us as well. You could call them deserters, but Aerion dissolved them of any wrongdoings when they joined his Kingsguard and basically joined his court and bent the knee to him, basically. I'm not entirely sure what we'd do with the Night's Watch. I don't know if I can actually disband it at all, but we'll see what happens there. In my experience, the Night's Watch tends to just show up again, even if you get rid of it, or even if you conquer it, but we'll see what happens there. So, Corwin Corbray is in our Kingsguard. Salador, the Bastard of Lys, one of the Roger guys that was with us. I don't think he was, actually. I think he wasn't with us, but I brought him over anyway, because I thought he'd be with us anyway. But Salador is a bastard of House Roger. He has nothing really to gain elsewhere. He's a duelist and a skilled fighter, so being a Kingsguard makes sense. He's nothing to inherit. He's the 20th son or something of Lysandro, so it makes sense for him to just join as Kingsguard. So yeah. So Salador is one of our Kingsguardmen. We've also got Aemond Rivers as a Kingsguard. After seeing how cool Aemond is in House of the Dragon, I had to like make some sort of... I felt like Aemond Rivers had to be the... he had to be a Kingsguard. It just made sense. He was also a bastard, nothing to really inherit, and I wasn't really going to give it... I could, of course, given Aemond his own cadet branch, but I felt as if him becoming a Kingsguard made sense for his character. This has also got a formidable fighter as well, so he's really good. I gave him that, by the way. I wasn't gonna, like, continue to train him, but I wanted him to be in the Kingsguard, so I just gave him a nimble fighter, and that sort of done it there. He's wounded, and Child's that lowers his personal combat skill, but he will eventually scar up and Child. It would have been ironic had we have cut his eye out. That would have been funny, but that does lower your personal combat skill by -40. Kane Heart Whisperer, my closest friend and ally. He is still married, so that's sort of been allowed. He's loyal to us as well. He doesn't really want it. He's not all that bothered about leading and ruling as the next Lord of Hardhome. He wants his son to do that. So, yeah. So, Kane Heart Whisperer is Kingsguard. And finally, Lucas Lofton, who is with us. I would have given him, of course, Lord his own title and land later down the line, but he already married this woman anyway. And so I just named the Kingsguard. I thought I'll give him some honour. Going ahead with the Kingsguards, I'm going to be naming, like, the Lord Commanders. So, say if the Lord Commander Giles dies, I'm going to give it to the oldest member of the Kingsguard. I may, of course, name it to somebody else. Like, say if it's someone that I want to be the Lord Commander and want to be seen as Lord Commander, then I certainly will give it to them. So, say, for example, if Giles was to die, I would give it to probably Kane Heart Whisperer. Yeah, probably him. Right, am I done talking now? I think so. I'm not going to be an evil bastard in any episode off here. Because I'm so nice and gracious, I will give you an hour video. There you go. Right, let's get on with it, shall we? We are going to War of the Night's Watch. I want their lands and titles. I also want their men as well. That's a large part. So, yeah. This army is useful now because we can raise them at any point. We are losing a bit of money for monthly costs, but that's okay. We'll recover from that. I will group up with these guys first, and I'll name out whatnot. Oh, already there is schemes and whatnot ongoing, so we'll deal with that. Right. Anyway, all hail His Grace, Aaron of the House Targaryen, the first of his name, King of the Andals and the Roaring Around the First Men, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms and Protector of the Realm. Long live the King. There we go. And we're surely on our obligations. We get that now. Oh yeah, we're doing the thing. So we're spending lavishly on the food. Don't really have a lot above the wall, but there you go. Oh, hello. Oh yes, I did ask this guy to provide me a loan, and he has accepted. Your Grace, I shall of course honour my obligation to you and provide a loan of gold as requested. The funds shall be sent forth to Winterkeep immediately. Perfect. So we keep that. I could of course pay him back. I don't know. I don't think I can actually. So he will come for me later on the line. Oh, a new crown. Because we don't have our crowns, do we? Does Aegon still have our stuff? I'm pretty sure he does, doesn't he? Yeah, so Aegon's got all the crown. No, he hasn't. The crowns are... Oh, no, he does. He does. He does. Yeah. I mean, naturally, he probably would have handed them over to us, but they're not giving us the option to hand it over, so I'm not going to bother. So I just... I just make myself a new crown, I suppose. That makes us a lot of money. I got one nice crown, though. A huge crown made of red gold, each of its points a dragon head. Oh, yeah, perfect. That's not bad. Bit heavy, but... Oh, it's Aegon the Fourth crown as well. New Lord Commander. Oh, don't tell me the guy's died already, is he? No. That's Aegon... Oh, it's King Aaron. That is actually our crown. It said Crown of Aegon the Fourth. Oh. Alright, that's ours now. That does look pretty nice. It's got like a nice little dragon heads on the top and red rubies. That looks really nice. You can't quite see the top of it though, but it's there. We got Sealskin Coat. When did we have that? No, I have no idea. Whatever. But yeah. What happened to the Lord? Did he die or something? Or did it not give us the option to give us? No. Oh, so it just didn't give us the option. Yeah. And the throne room, well, throne room. I say throne room. The longhouse of the Winterkeep. Lord Commander Giles Belgrave kneels before he take up his new duty of leading the King's Guard, vowing anew to protect your person from all those who may harm you. Yeah, perfect. That's what I wanted. Yeah, this is a bit messy there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, we will return to our traditional sigil once we finish uniting the Westeros. For now, I'm going to stick with the war sigil. I like to think that's Caraxes on the sigil, in honour of his father. As a boy would have grown up listening to stories of Caraxes. and all that. The Lords of the Realm have started arriving in Winter Keep for the coronation ceremony. They have been offered shelter, bread, and Volantine pale green liqueur, as is their guest right. And over the coming days, there should be much feasting before the grand coronation. I'd like to assume this coronation, as it's actually going to be a ceremony, then not a battlefield one. I assume this is going on. I assume this is going on before we go to War of the Night's Watch. Are we going to get there in time? 9th of first moon. No, we're not. I'll just spam that unit then. Viserys will take the other flank, and Aegon will take the other, to ensure ultimate victory. Raylon Rivers is already in that little flank there. Perfect. That should do it. John Mudd wishes to marry. Oh, okay. We can marry him. Brilliant. Let's see if we can marry him off to anyone of interest. Oh, no, we can't. Fuck. Let's see if we can get a... if he marries automatically, then okay. Oh, he's gone over there. Oh. That's odd. No, sure. Well, can we go and cut his army off? Nah, we just go for him. Yeah, Aaron is no coward. He's going straight in. Oh, crown of the king, in the name of the Lord of Light, I, Aaron of the House Targaryen, the first of my name, promise, pledge, and guarantee in the sight of the Heart of Fire that I will be protector and defender of the realm and always useful to it. However many, in so far as I am supported by divine assistance, according to my knowledge and ability. Today I was crowned by King Aaron and formally received the title of King of the Andals of Rhoynar, and the First Man, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. This will strengthen my rule significantly. Listen to that, makes me want to play, I've done that. Makes me want to play, I mean, I've now become exalted among men, awesome. Yeah, listen to that makes me want to play, the Kingdom of England in the game, even though we had done that before, but I just... Especially with the Queen dying, and obviously seeing eventually next year we're going to get the coronation of King Charles. Won't be as grand of a ceremony as it was in 1952, 53, wrong year, but I still think it would be really cool. I guess, yeah, have 5 children is probably the best way to go. But sticking with the war focus, it makes sense. Let's kill the bastard. Oh, we burn the first forest as well as revenge for that guy. Oh, the music as well is pretty dramatic. Right. Let's kill these fuckers. The House Targaryen. Fire. And he's buggered off. Cowards. Come back. You cowardly bastard. I will have your head for this. It seems our colour is... It's a Westeros colour, isn't it? Yeah. Not quite. It's a bit darker. I don't know. Maybe it might fix itself later on. Yeah, so the Night's Watch guy is already a coward, it seems. I guess we'll raise as many troops as possible. Oh my god, an actual army. Yay! Yay! Oh, we need to actually be careful here. 9k. Oh, buy somewhere nice. Oh, she's pregnant as well. I forgot about that. Did I mention that? Whatever. Rain is in the army, Lucas in the other. Perfect. Anyone leading detachments? No. Right, let's kick some ass. Oh. Master of Coin? Oh, he must have resigned. Maybe it's not well or something, or he's getting old. Alright, we'll name somebody else on. I guess Melee's. Yeah, I don't know why he's done that. Maybe I'll see if he takes it back. I mean, if he says no, I mean, sure. Because we raised men, he didn't like it or something? Not too sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that ice ran away with his bigger army. Right, so he's still riding away, coward. He's going off to Winter Keep. Go on him. How can I rely on my generals when their understanding of warfare is so lacking compared to my own? I could teach Prince Aegon a thing or two. Yeah, lecture him on choke points. Yeah. Did he get that, or did I get that? Oh, he did. Nice. Prince Aegon gratefully accepted my lesson on the art of war and more generals like me who can stand against us. Nice. I don't know why it says that, but okay. Some of the wildlings round to help. The Fiery Hand, I like to assume, is a very good vassalization mercenary company. Vassalization mercenary company? A very good mercenary company, and now I imagine the Fiery Hand has now been given over to the Lord of Light, or given over to us to eventually aid us as against the eventual threat of the White Walkers in years to come. So that I assume they replenish over time. I think. Also, the Fiery Hands to get. So the Fiery Hand can't fight against other. So that's the whole point of Holy Orders. They can't fight against other. So say if I'm having a war against another king who's also a law, that army can't fight against him. So basically, nothing will happen. The army just won't do anything. So, but it will work perfectly when we conquer Westeros. So, we've got daughter king. So we've got Jaehaerys, Alicent, and Visenya. Who would make sense to? We've already got Visenya. I'm trying to think who would make the most sense. Maybe one after my wife, I suppose. I'm just trying to think. Helena, maybe? I don't know. So he wouldn't have known Helena, would he? Maybe after Rhaenyra, possibly, but then he wouldn't have known Rhaenyra either. I don't think Aeron would have been too keen on Rhaenyra, given that she nearly put bastards on the throne. So there is that. Definitely not Alicent. I don't know. What are famous Targaryens that are women? Rhaenys. There you go. We'll have a Rhaenys in the family. That makes sense. Rhaenys. There you go. Queen never was. She got quick as well. Cool. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Right, let's kill the bastard. Yeah, the dragons will make short work of that. And that's the end of that one. Oh. 16 Night's Watch guys coming onto the 33 men being held by Lucas. Right, Lucas Lofton, let's see what you can do, mate. Oh, they've backed off. Lord Janar has declared a Black Sails Outlaws. Who's that? Oh. Okay. Let's deal with that then, I suppose. 500 of those guys, which I'm pretty sure will be fine. We'll put Aegon in charge of this so they can't get off any miracle victories there. Quickly shove Baylor in charge of that. Negotiate annexation. How can we do that? But we're miles away. What? How can we do that? I mean, sure. I'll see if I can do that, I guess. Sure. I'll go myself. I guess Oh, look, Viserys got Cannibal's Dragon Egg. Oh, cool. Awesome. Nice. Good. The dragon line is carrying on, which is good to see. Oh, they are trying it. Aegon's going to make short work of them, though. Backed off now. Let's go kill this outlaw dude. Mace is the most useful. Wonderful. We'll take that. Rogue of Valyrian. Oh yes, the guy that he's got a list because these Valyrians had their yeah, these guys here all had their tongues cut out because they called they called Rhaenyra's kids bastards, and Viserys wasn't having it. What's this? A black borrowed cloak. Oh, okay, cool. That doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, we've captured it. Oh shit, I didn't think we did that already. Okay, wow. Aegon's just got in there and dealt with it, I suppose. Okay, wow. Let's kill these dudes. Well, that was stupid. We can't imprison him? Okay. Can we not? No, he's just... No, he can, yeah. He's gone to Painted Valleys. Okay, cool. Yeah, I wasn't going to let that guy live. That would have been a bit ridiculous. Let him carry on fear. Let's bring the King's army here. Siege at last of Castle Black. You and your entourage. I assume by entourage, so as Aeron's not here, I guess Aegon taking charges makes sense. Aaron's gone south with a... I assume like he's gone south with his dragon and... Yeah, it's just himself. You and your... Or maybe he's gone with a couple people as well, I don't know. Maybe some lords sailed down as well, I don't know. You and your entourage have finally arrived in Harrenhal, and are warmly received with food and shelter by Sept and Tommen, as is your guest right. After a few days of feasting and idle pleasantries, you formally announce your wish to negotiate the peaceful annexation of Harrenhal to the Westeros. That sounds a bit ridiculous. To the Westeros? Or maybe it's into the Iron Throne? Whatever. I'm sure he will be interested. Oh. Negotiating with Seven Tom have broken down. Terms agreeable to parties cannot be reached. Must leave Harrenhal empty-handed. Disappointing, but there you go. He will meet death. Right, I guess we've flown back up to deal with this. I'm gonna go kill off the rest of his forces. Interesting. Let's kill this dude. Who's that? He was pretty good. That wasn't it. Okay. And that still wasn't it. What's not doing that? Nope. It's not done yet, is he? Siege that. I'll get Aegon to lead that. Excuse me. Viserys and Aegon can head over that. And the other Targaryens can deal with that. I'm not fighting revolt, Jesus. Master Whisperers, where has the Black Swan gone? She's gone back to... Why? Okay, for some reason she's gone... She's abandoned her children to return to her... Why? Okay, whatever. Maybe she wanted to return home, I don't know why, but why would you leave your kids there? Whatever. Maybe she didn't feel comfortable, maybe the comforts of the North didn't quite agree with her anymore. Who's mine not? Rhaegar Valyrian, sure, he's been around for a while. Or Alison Blackwood, that would be a good idea, actually. Continuing to do that. We're getting the siege of the Shadow Tower. Seems the Lords of Night's Watch haven't quite bent over easily. Deploy our dragon. There we go, did it. We'll siege down this as well. Aegon being impatient would just go in there now. That did it, okay. Conquers the Night's Watch, becomes Lord, so he does become our leader? Oh, that didn't work. Does he now become my vassal? Yeah, he's my vassal. Alright, okay, doesn't need to do that, okay. There you go, he's my vassal, okay, that's fine. So the Night's Watch is now under me, that's good. Commander Westeros. Yeah, Lord Mormont. Makes sense, yeah. Who, died? No one, okay. We head north and deal with this dude. We can stand these guys down, actually. 2,000 men aren't good enough. Aaron will head north. He's got 33 guys in his sight. No, okay, whatever. Some of the mercenaries, I think. Yeah. We go up here and then we'll set our sights upon more places. The Lord Commander isn't quite happy with us, but... Does he get much say in it? Not particularly. What's this? Yeah. I don't think it beat him into being calm. That doesn't really... That wouldn't particularly look good, will it? He's gone, and let's deal with the rest of these guys. Oh, what's happened here? This guy took over. He's got Pneumonia, though. He's taken his grandson's seat. Maybe he was chosen not to be. He wasn't the rightful ruler or whatever. Morris finally died of natural death at 70. He was old, so makes sense. Right, we'll take this. Banish him to the wall. And not that that will do much. Well, it might. Give him that. Make him happy. No. Master of Coin, we'll give it to that guy. Or Makoro makes sense, he's our friend and he's been with us for a while. That'll do. Lysandro, we'll get you Thrift. I'm not wasting money on the upgrading things, I'm not going to do that. Alright, okay, that's victory. I assume that unit goes up, doesn't it, I think? I'm not too sure, though. Yeah, span those guys. And there you go, war is won. I suppose now, with our... How many guys we got? No, not a lot. Lauren's got that, good. We should have more men from Night's Watch, don't we? No, so I killed most of them, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's probably because I killed most of the Night's Watch guys, and he doesn't really like me that much. Alright, well, that's... Oh, Hardhome revolt upon... He's my vassal. Why is he my vassal? Can't end war. We can't do anything now, mate. I don't know why we can't do anything with those revolts. Like, he's gonna... What is he gonna take anyway? What's he want? Peasant revolt. So he basically take over Hardhome. I don't get why we can't... He's in open rebellion against my own vassal. Why can't I just stop? He's not even... I mean, fair enough it was another lord if it was like this guy under him. But it's not. It's just going to take Hardhome because he can. Why we can't do anything, I don't know. It's stupid. Whatever. I'm not acting against Lord Paramount. They're on. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Which means he might bugger off and get himself killed doing it, but whatever. Independence revolt, sure, whatever. I don't care. In terms of strengthening our rule, we need to look at just taking over the last of the wildling territories. So we can do the Jure claim, but Dragon Conquest gives them a chance to bend the knee. And then again, we have to have the wildling trait, and I can't be bothered. We may as well just do the Jure claim, because like then they might bend the... Well, they won't bend the knee though, will they? No, we get them to bend the knee if we can. Why can't we take all of them? Let's go for that for now. I guess we just have to take it another time. Right, let's go declare war on the Gorge, Valmond. Let's go kill that guy. Kill High Chief Shark Tooth Crow Killer. What name? Take out Widowmaker of the Largefoots, and we'll take out a Burrowed Widowmaker as well. Another Widowmaker. There's a lot of those guys around, isn't there? And I'm going to kill those guys immediately, so I won't bother. Well, I need one man I don't particularly know. Right, let's raid these guys together. Your Kingsguard, rested and ready for new adventures. Okay, cool. I can't do anything now with that wildling dude, so I'm just have to let him win it, I suppose. Which is sucky, but there you go. marriage, you please. There you go. Though I couldn't do it, but whatever. There you go. There you go. That marries him off. We'll get these guys over to White Tree. Actually, no, I'll get them over here. Then I'll split up the army when they get here. Rebels killed Ori. Oh, shit. All my guys died. Not good. She's now married to Charles Wild. Some guy. Whoever that is, I don't know. Alright. Oh, what the fuck? Are they no longer my vassals now? That's gonna suck. Alright, let's get my troops together, split them up. Send the 2,000 towards these guys. I'll get Aegon to lead this force. Which might actually need to put... Let's put the bigger force here. Yeah, that's better. Aegon lead that. Pale Hair's going with him, apparently. Rhaena and Viserys can lead. We take actually... We'll try and split up the Dragon Riders a bit, so we get... Actually, no, that's fine. Viserys, Aegon, Rhaena, they can deal with that. They can go west, take Fork Top. These guys with Owen can... Yeah, Aaron can lead that, and so can Baylor can lead the other side. Right, this 4,000 go up to Night Valleys and deal with those guys. He's now usurped the title of... Oh, he hasn't. Oh, but he's taken First Forest. Oh, okay. Nicked it off that guy. Interesting. But watch this. Haha! Two can play at that game. Did the Night's Watch guy just rebel against me, or did he just, like, go neutral or something in the war? What's he doing? Oh, no idea. Those guys deal with them. And retake that place. Nice easy victory there. Let's go out to Fork Top and retake that. What's this? I'm kind of busy, but sure. Aaron will go. Keeping strong with his allies in the east is good. Your Grace, news from Dragonstone of a great trial at court. Septon Dana was in prison. Prince Alan Valyrian stood accused of sedition and conspiracy against the realm. Lord Brendan Midtar presided over the trial, during which the prisoner was ultimately found guilty. As a consequence, Septon Dana was released in a show of mercy. That's probably going to piss off that guy. Interesting. Alan the Just is ongoing. We're ending the episode off now, actually. And that will do us for today. I'll probably go record something else for tonight. And we'll have a little look over the realm quickly. Storm Queen Cassandra, still Queen of the Stormlands. She's got a son now, Prince Lionel. I think she had that before, but I might have missed that. Prince Lionel, who, wow, holy crap. Genie is strong, that guy's really good. Also half Tyrell and half Baratheon, so not bad. Defending against, what's this? Lord Robert of Golden Grove is attacking King Maris of the Reach and Golden Grove War for Sir Davon's claim of the Reach. That's interesting. Very interesting. So she's getting involved in that, it seems. They probably will win that. But I don't think it's in 50% in favour of that guy, so that's weird. Defending against King Iron, so he's still fighting over the Trident, which is still ongoing. Dawn is still going, which... What's going on here? Oh, okay. I think those wars ended. Corin Martell was dying in the dungeons of Moorish Yormwood. He's not got no cock. Alejandra is now died in a dungeon. Her son is now Lord of that. Oh, okay. So Prince Nymon, the 2-year-old, is now in charge of the Dawn. Although Fowler is now the regent of the area. That's interesting. King Maros, he was the last king we saw, wasn't he? Was it Garen? Oh, I think... Oh, Garen died. Oh, okay, so his... Actually, had those guys in it. Oh, so he'd gone to his brother Meros, which I don't know if he has the alliance. No. That's interesting. He died of cancer. Yeah. Yeah, so Prince Alan is still of the Narrow Sea. They've got a daughter, Daenerys. Interesting. Varon. Oh, that's actually an idea. Try Varon. I can't. Why? Holy Orders cannot marry. What? Why? Oh, don't tell me it's because I've got this. It's going to fuck my marriages. I think it is as well, isn't it? For fuck's sake. Why has it done that? Maybe I might have to get rid of that at some point after we've conquered Westeros then, because it might actually affect my marriages. So I can't marry anyone until I've taken over... Ugh, that's annoying. Well, in that case, we better speed run the conquest, I suppose. Dear, that's a bit annoying. Dustlands. King Robert of Darkland. Yep. Oh, his brother was killed. Oh no, that was ages ago. Yeah, some guy pointed out how it was a bit moronic not giving Duskendale under the Dustlands, but in the whole story I created, the Stark guys took over that region. So, and it was just the net uncle of the Darkling guy that decided to go off and declare himself king. I'm guessing that guy didn't watch the full video and didn't understand why they went under that, but whatever. Lesson is to read before making a comment, or watch the whole video first and then comment. Which, given that it was a 3-hour video, I can understand people didn't, but yeah, still read before making a comment like that. Especially if you're going to point out why, giving that character, this kingdom is, you should have given this character, that kingdom. But listen to the actual video and you'll find out why he didn't get the king, why he wasn't the king of the Dustlands. Like, just read. Come on, we live in a day and age where knowledge is key. Come on. King Bertrand of the Rock is still around, defending against that. He's not really done a lot, is he, really? I expected more. Oh. Ingram Swift is now declaring his war for the Westlands. That's interesting. Brad Krakenstoli. Holy shit. Holy shit. Fuck me. That's a lot of kids. Only, pretty much all of them are bastards, apart from the first two, Toron and Roderick, but yeah. Again, they're still out of concubines and salt wives, so it's not really great. He's still going for that war with the Trident. King Kermit is still ongoing. I think it's still ongoing. Seaguard's still not doing much. Queen Jane the Maid is still queen, so son Prince Lord Arlen is still around. What's he doing? He's still attacking for Scorched Vale. Interesting. Yeah, the Sunderlands look to be on their way out, really, the way it's going. King Cregan, whose son is now the Lord of the North Clans. That's interesting. Sorry for around them. No kids out of that marriage at all. Anything else going on? The 3 daughters are still in charge of all that. The Natas has done not a thing. Now getting the slave raid on them. They've been a bit of a disappointment. Volantis isn't doing a lot. That Roynar guy is still around. Not doing a lot. I think he is colonizing regions, isn't he? Is that a colony? Not sure, but I think he's colonizing regions, I think. It's cool. Wrath, that's not doing much. Andalos is not doing a lot, but there you go. Giscard, the Empire, is still sort of just not doing a lot. It's been through a few kings. His father died of pneumonia. You've got, one to, the Bastard's Isle guy. One to him. Oh, Saphos the Bloody died. Was murdered by a pirate lord. Nah, just ended it there, apparently. Oh no, there was a... Oh, that guy inherited it. The Lord of Dark Den. Wait, did he kill his... Mate, he killed his own son. No, hang on. That's someone else. Never mind, wrong guy. Dark Den's now in hands of that guy. Okay. Weird. That's that kingdom gone, and you've got this guy down here, the king of Saphos. Saphos? What? Sophorios? I don't know where I got Saphos from. His father died and his son took over. King Delmabar. Oh yeah, you got this guy, the Summer Sea Emperor, who's actually fighting de jure war over that guy. He's fighting those guys. This guy's not doing a lot. He's still King Kukura the Peaceful. He's King of some Irons, but he's no longer... He's peaceful. That guy's still the High King, 61. That guy's pretty old. His daughter's going to take over soon, it looks like. And I miss anybody? No, I'm going further east. Ah yes, the Kaf Empire is still around. Sadiq is still in charge. Garth is still not doing a lot. It took that a while ago. They already had that, didn't they? Yeah. Oh yeah, this guy is the king of that. Great Shan is still around. ET's still going. Wasn't there a king of the shadow things? The shadow things. Well, this guy, but he died and then lost it. So it didn't last very long. Coast is still doing its thing. The third was a kingdom, wasn't it? Yeah, granted, and then he lost it. Because he's got Conquest leader, and then he lost it, apparently. Yeah, this was a kingdom. So I remember giving it to people, and I was like, oh, let's give him a giant kingdom. Oh, it is, yeah. Well, no, it isn't. Oh, no, I think it is, actually. Yeah, it is. Yeah, because his father's died, killed in personal combat. Now his son is now the king, or the patriarch of... Well, only that region now, but he might conquer them later down the line. Who knows? Anything else around that I can see? Oh, you had the Sarnor Kingdom. That's still going. Although they're getting a few raids by the Dothraki. Ever the persistent ones. Yeah, when we come back, we'll carry on with the conquest of the... Well, what's left of the Night's Watch, I suppose. We'll go down there, attack them, go for Antler. Oh, hello. Carry on going up that way then. But yeah, that's all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I want to go record Mud to the Sea, but at the same time I want to go record Transformers War for Cybertron. So, yeah. We'll save that. And I'll end off this episode. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next part. Farewell.